Today's the day for that free Slurpee because it is super warm out there. 89 degrees, almost 90 degrees currently, and that's actually our high so far for the day. Listen up, we do have this high pressure system currently that's moving in, but other than that, we have low pressure that's going to move in slowly and create some moisture for our Tuesday. So that's why we do have a chance for that snowfall in the lower valleys. We can see that storm system coming from the south, moving through the Tri-Cities into Moses Lake, and then eventually reaching us in Spokane as well. Well, happy Saturday, a very wet day across the inland northwest. We still have some rain in the forecast, and for tonight, same thing, 34 degrees will be our low for tonight. But other than that, just be aware and be prepared for the rain.
Well, it certainly feels like fall now.
It definitely does.
Time to get some boots, maybe with
the fur.
We had a whole debate about it during the break. We'll see you at 6.
We're still looking at temperatures in the 70s. However, that weather is starting to move in terms of that storm, 72 in Spokane Valley. But here in Spokane and in Coeur d'Alene, just a lot of sunshine, really beautiful conditions. Does not feel like December. It's hard to believe that Christmas is right around the corner. We're still looking pretty good, although we are expecting that to change as we head into later tonight. 66 degrees currently. We're going to have a very windy Wednesday across eastern Washington and northern Idaho. Wind gusts up to 56 miles per hour now. Those gusty winds should start to diminish just a little bit as we head into those later hours. We'll see wind gusts up to 24 miles per hour. In your 7-day forecast shows we are going to stay in the 30s for the majority of the week. Again, on Monday, chance for that rain-snow mix. Thank you so much for joining us. A lot to talk about. The big thing, though, is the wind that we're going to see tomorrow. We're going to have a very windy Wednesday across eastern Washington and northern Idaho. Wind gusts up to 56 miles per hour now. That's even higher than we were anticipating yesterday. Difficult driving conditions, of course. We're going to have some blowing snow in those higher elevations. So I know I was advising people to not drive if possible, but I'm really advising if you can stay home, you should. It's not going to be comfortable out there driving in those conditions. And we also have the potential for downed trees as well as power outages. And we do have a high wind warning that is going into effect at 4 in the morning. You can see the places that are going to be impacted the most. Sandpoint, 56 mile per hour winds. Coeur d'Alene at 51, Bonners Ferry 48. And then we also have a wind advisory for certain portions of the inland northwest in Spokane, 46 mile per hour winds. Moses Lake 45, Wenatchee 35. So although not as severe as Sandpoint, some of those areas, we still have the potential for some damage. So we want to be careful and just be prepared for that. Taking a look at our day planner for tomorrow, though, what is your day looking like besides those wind gusts that we are anticipating? At 8 a.m., we do have the chance for some snow, a slight chance once again, 26 degrees. By noon, we're warming up to 35, and then we'll already start to cool down by that 4 p.m. hour. I'll have details and break everything down for you on what you need to know coming up in my full forecast.
Won't get you that free Slurpee. Man,
I know, today's the day for that free Slurpee because it is super warm out there. 89 degrees, almost 90 degrees currently, and that's actually our high so far for the day. In Coeur d'Alene at 86 degrees, 88 in Deer Park, even some 90s though, 94 in Moses Lake, 93 out in Wenatchee. So a really warm day across the region. We're seeing mostly clear conditions, of course, some rain in the Seattle area, that's to be expected, but over here mostly clear. We're just seeing a lot of wind out there, and with that increased fire danger. So we will talk about that in just a second. Let's take a look at our current temperatures though. So right now we are still looking at those highs for today. In Spokane, 89 degrees, feeling really warm outside. 82 in Coeur d'Alene, 86 in Deer Park, 92 out in Moses Lake. And then as we inch in even closer, we're seeing very similar conditions, some 90s, upper 80s, 89 in Spokane Valley, 90 out in Liberty Lake, and then 83 out in Spirit Lake. So we do have a red flag warning in effect. That means that we do have the potential for increased fire danger. Right now we are seeing one out in the Wenatchee area in Douglas County, but otherwise just something to keep in mind. Anywhere that has a lot of grassy areas can be at that potential for fire danger. So just something to have on your radar. are. As we head into tomorrow, it looks like we have another really nice day in store for us, but a cooler day in terms of those temperatures. So if today is a little too warm for you, there is some hope just around the corner. It'll be nice in the 70s, almost in the upper 80s. We'll get to that in just a sec. For tonight, 57 degrees will be our overnight low. Partly cloudy skies. We will have the potential to see some wind gusts up to 21 miles per hour in the Spokane area. Across the region, very similar conditions, some 50s and some 60s. 57 in Spokane Valley, 56 in Coeur d'Alene, 57 out in Moses Lake, some 60s as well. 61 in Wenatchee for their overnight low. For tomorrow, 78 degrees will be our high for the day, so quite the difference from what we're seeing today. Basically 11-degree difference. Mostly sunny skies, winds coming from the southwest up to 17 miles per hour, so breezy as we are in the beginning portion of the day, and then we should start to clear out as we head later into the afternoon. Across the region, 70s and 80s, so cooling down everywhere else, but not too cool. Still looking nice. 77 in Spokane Valley, 72 in Coeur d'Alene, 83 in Moses Lake, 80 out in Wenatchee. And for the rest of the week, so Monday we're going to stay in the 70s as well, 78 degrees, and then we are back in the 80s on Tuesday, upper 80s. By Wednesday, mostly sunshine, so it's looking like a nice week ahead.